everyone. We're back with another Rent Careers Daily Update. Today, I'm here with my co-founder, Mitch. Mitch, how are you doing today?
Hey Danny, I'm well. I'm well. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve.
There we go. There we
Eve.
go. I was waiting for it.
It gets me hype. It gets me hype every time I say it.
Today, we want to put out a very tactical conversation on how to set an agenda or an objective for any meeting you're on. So we were talking about this before. I know you have a framework, but both of us have come to the conclusion that this is actually not just a sales skill. This is probably a life skill, right?
Yeah, I think so. Kicking off a meeting or any type of interaction well is so important. It kind of sets the stage or sets the tone for the rest of the conversation. My fiance actually gets mad at me when I treat our personal discussions like business meetings, but I think it just helps me stay focused and helps me understand what is our goal here, whether that's deciding on where to eat tonight or what vacation to go on, but definitely in your sales career, right? Whenever you're getting on a customer or prospect call, you want to make sure that you and the customer are on the same page, right? You may have an idea of here's the agenda of the call, here's where I'm heading, here's the outcome of what we want to do. But the prospect's sitting on the other side of the table or the other side of a Zoom call, and they don't know what's in your head. They've never been through this buying process or buying motion with you before. So it's important to make sure that you're communicating and laying every step of the process out for them. So with that in mind, let me run through a quick kind of framework outline of what I use to kick off a meeting. And then Danny, we can kind of chat through pros and cons here. So I think there's four main pieces of the puzzle here. So first is people. So that's who all is going to be part of this meeting. Second is logistics. So time, date, place of this meeting. The third is agenda. What are we going to cover? And the fourth is outcome. What are we trying to get to? What's our end goal here? I'll just run through an example of how I'd kick this off. If it was me and you, Danny, I'd say, hey, Danny, great meeting you here today. Anyone else from your side joining?
No, not today. It's just me.
Okay, awesome. And we have got about 30 minutes. Are you still good till 12:30?
Yep, I got till 12:30. Excited to jump in with you.
Perfect. All right. See right there. We've covered people and logistics. The third piece here is agenda, right? So Danny, again, glad we were able to connect today. What I wanted to cover is just give you a quick overview of what it is we do, learn a little bit more about you and your company, what it is you do, and then we can get into the demo. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, and then I'll have some questions at the end if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. All right. Now, see agenda. We're all on the same page. Here's the flow of the meeting. And then lastly is outcome. And this is what you're driving towards. This is what you're getting towards. I like to ask the outcome in the form of a question and get the prospect to commit to something. So in this example, I might say, hey, Danny, so it sounds like a great plan. At the end of today's call, if you like what you see, can we go ahead and nail down a time for a proposal call?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. See, so now Danny's committed. So when I get to the end of the call, I can say, all right, Danny, what'd you think? Did you like what you see? Can we go ahead and line up the proposal call? And he's expecting that, right? Because he's already heard it. He knows it's coming. Now, Danny could easily say, you know what, Mitch, proposal is too fast. Moving to that proposal call, that's too soon. We're going to have to do at least 4 more demos with 10 other people. And I can say, okay, terrific. So at the end of today's call, can we line up that first demo? It's important for you and the prospect to be on the same page of what is that next step. And doing that early in the conversation, make sure that there's no surprises down the road. Danny, anything I missed there?
No, what I think you did a really good job of outlining the reason that you would set an agenda, why it's important, and then the steps within an agenda. And one thing that I think is critical here is when you set this strong agenda at the beginning of the call, whether it's an intro call, whether it's a discovery call, whether it's a demo call, proposal call, whatever, you give yourself the foundational piece for anything that comes up from the objection side or a question side or something derailing the conversation, to give yourself an out to always say, hey, look, let's cover this in the outcome section, or let's cover this in the agenda section, or let's cover this in the logistics section, whatever. Wherever you are in the conversation, you give yourself that out so you can always return to the agenda and take the conversation back over, not necessarily in a power move type of way, but in a, hey, let's refocus on the discussion at hand and what we agreed on at the beginning of the discussion.
Exactly. Laying that out gives you the foundation. Now, one thing I always hear is that someone will say, oh, this just sounds too corporate or sounds too formal for me to say it like this or to lay this out. And you got to make it your own, right? If this is the 4th call you've been on with a prospect or customer, maybe, you can skip the logistics or the people, or maybe the agenda is going to be a lot less informal than if it's the first call. And you can definitely add your own flair, your own personality in there, so that it comes out and not corporate robot speak. But I do think it's critically important to nail, especially the agenda and outcome here. Make sure that everyone's on the same page of what we're covering today and where we're heading. The last tip I'll throw out there is use this for your internal meetings as well. It's important for you to be on the same page with your account executive when you're meeting with them, with your other sales development reps when you all are getting together to do planning exercises. It's important when you're having a family meeting and you're trying to figure out when you're going to redo the kitchen this year, right? You need to all be on the same page. And I think this is a tool that you can use in your daily life, especially in your business and professional life, to help drive better outcomes.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. A quick hitter today, something that's impactful, very tactical. And again, will give you this foundational support for any conversation, sales or not, that says, hey, let's refocus on what we're trying to accomplish if we ever derail. So Mitch, really good discussion today. I'm glad we covered it. And we'll see everybody tomorrow on another Ramp Careers Daily Update. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Awesome.